The moment the final whistle blows, the entire world pivots. Forget the football. We're talking about the high-stakes celebrity cage match that plays out in these 30-second intervals.
Where the entry fee alone is, what, $7 million now?
$7 million. It is the ultimate cultural proving ground.
And for the last couple of years, the undisputed king of that break has been a seemingly unlikely corporate story. It's a cinematic universe built around iced coffee, donuts, and one incredibly self-aware actor.
That's right. We watched Ben Affleck complete this stunning transformation.
He is incredible.
He went from being a paparazzi punchline, the guy famous for looking perpetually weary while hearing like 3 drinks.
Yeah, that guy.
To becoming the charismatic, hilarious, creatively powerful center of a multi-million-dollar advertising saga.
A saga that involves J.Lo, the comedic pivot of Tom Brady, and of course those unmistakable pink and orange tracksuits.
It's not just an ad campaign.
No, it's not. It's a brilliant piece of performance art wrapped in some seriously high-level business strategy.
Welcome to StarScope Report.
Join us as we uncover Hollywood drama, music industry shakeups, and viral influencer scandals.
From red carpet surprises to social media controversies, we dive deep into the stories behind the fame.
And we give you the real intelligence behind all the gossip.
Today, we are analyzing the phenomenon that completely dominated the Super Bowl advertising landscape, Affleck's Dunkin saga.
You might have heard people call it the Dunkin Cinematic Universe or the DCU.
We're going to trace the steps, we're going to examine the metrics, and look at the unprecedented scale of the celebrity crossover they're planning next.
And you should care about this because it fundamentally changes what an advertisement can even be.
Let's unpack how it all began.
So the foundational principle here is authenticity.
Right.
The bold headline from the very beginning is that Ben Affleck's genuine obsession with the brand was so potent it became the marketing strategy. The strategy that eventually sold out an entire line of merchandise in just minutes.
That is the essential insight, isn't it? This wasn't some cold celebrity endorsement where he, holds up a product he's never used.
No.
Sources confirm Affleck's Dunkin relationship is deep-rooted. It comes from his New England childhood Little League team traditions.
Right, I read that.
And stealing sips of iced coffee as a teenager just to feel a little grown up. They built a 7-figure strategy on the back of his actual life.
And that reality led to a really critical business decision. This content isn't just created by Dunkin's usual ad agency.
Right.
It's produced by Artists Equity. That's the content company Affleck co-founded, where he's the CEO, and Matt Damon is the chief creative officer.
So what is that structure, which the sources are calling creative vertical integration, what does that actually mean for you, the listeners? Is it just a fancy term for cutting out the middleman?
It's far more strategic than that.
Okay.
Vertical integration means the star, who is also the brand's biggest fan, is in full control of the creative output.
So they can react faster.
Instantly. They can react to cultural memes instantly, they can guarantee the humor lands with their specific demographic, and they can produce content quickly because they're essentially hiring themselves.
It keeps the cultural relevance razor sharp.
Exactly. Which is vital when you're spending $7 million for 30 seconds.
So speaking of that first $7 million spend Super Bowl LVF in 2023, that first spot was a revelation.
It really was.
It played like a hidden camera stunt, with Affleck genuinely working the drive-thru in Medford, Massachusetts, playing the ultimate Dunkin fan who just wants to spread the gospel of the double D.
But the moment that truly transcended the ad, the moment it stopped being a local Boston joke and became a national cultural event, was the Jennifer Lopez cameo.
Oh, absolutely. She pulls up, playing the unimpressed, highly successful spouse, and she delivers that perfectly scripted line.
What are you doing? Is that what you do when you say you're going to work all day?
That's where the genius of self-awareness comes into play.
Yeah.
Tabloids spent years publishing photos of Affleck looking miserable while holding his iced coffee.
Right, the meme.
This ad didn't try to hide that meme. It embraced it. It positioned him as a self-aware, down-to-earth guy doing goofy things just like any other middle-aged dad.
And that instantly resonated with the brand's core demographic, which is pretty broad, ages 20 to 50.
The J.Lo interaction provides that immediate, relatable story.
Yeah.
It's the highest stakes version of a wife catching her husband playing video games when he said he was doing chores.
Totally. It grounded the entire very expensive endeavor in a very human dynamic.
And the research backs it all up.
Oh, yeah. The neuroanalysis they did afterwards confirmed this was extremely successful.
And when we talk about neurodata in marketing, we're talking about measuring uh, involuntary physiological responses.
Right. Things like attention, memory encoding, emotional intensity.
And they saw elevated levels of all three.
Exactly. Which, in plain language, means the ad didn't just entertain you. It created a strong, positive memory for the brand that viewers were likely to act on.
So the success of that first spot meant they immediately had to plan a sequel.
They had no choice. The appetite for the DCU was established.
That 2023 commercial was just the prologue. Because next, Affleck decided that just slinging coffee wasn't enough.
He needed to prove he wasn't bored.
He chased a different, more audacious dream. Pop stardom.
And he brought along the most unexpected celebrity entourage you can imagine.
The sequel, in 2024, it went from observational humor to just full-blown narrative spectacle.
The shocking fact here is the Boston Massacre, that's the boy band with Matt Damon and Tom Brady, crashed the Super Bowl and sold out highly priced merchandise in under 20 minutes.
The buildup was excellent, too. It started with a teaser called Pop Star during the Grammys,
Yeah.
where Affleck directly addressed that viral critique from the year before, that he looked bored at the show. He claimed he was just studying, preparing for his musical debut.
The humor was all in the preparation. We see Affleck trying to get dance advice from social media megastar Charlie D'Amelio.
Which results in that hilarious generational disconnect where he asks, completely deadpan,
Who is TikTok?
and he's recognized not as the Oscar-winning director, but primarily as Jennifer Lopez's husband.
And he gives that classic self-deprecating pep talk to the camera.
They tell you you're no good. You're a goofy, middle-aged, clumsy white guy with no rhythm.
That vulnerability is everything. It gives the audience permission to laugh with him, not at him.
That's a huge distinction in celebrity branding.
Huge.
So we get to Super Bowl LVIII, another $7 million ad slot. The big reveal is the DunKings boy band Affleck, Matt Damon, and just bizarrely, Tom Brady.
All suited up in those eye-searing pink and orange tracksuits.
They dramatically crashed J.Lo's actual recording session, performing their single, Don't Dunk Away at My Heart.
And the celebrity participation just escalated the stakes so much. You see critiques from Bronx-born icons like J.Lo and rapper Fat Joe, which grounds the absurdity in reality.
And then there's the brilliance of Matt Damon, who plays the visibly pained best friend, giving the ultimate reluctant support line.
Sometimes it's really hard to be your friend, man.
The sheer audacity of getting Tom Brady, arguably the most successful NFL player ever, to wear a pink tracksuit and pretend to play a cheap keyboard.
It's a testament to the power of that artist's equity machine and the creative reputation they've built. This wasn't just a funny ad.
No, it was a masterclass in conversion.
This is where we shift from pop culture analysis to, hard business strategy. The neuro data on the 2024 spot was even higher than 2023.
And the conversion was immediate.
The branded track jacket, which was a non-core product, it sold out online in a staggering 19 minutes.
19 minutes. For novelty merch based on a 60-second commercial? That isn't just cultural capital.
No, that is immediate, high-intent purchase behavior generated directly by the ad. It proves two things. First, the engagement was so intense that consumers immediately shifted from watching to buying.
Okay, and second?
Second, it confirmed that the DCU was successfully moving Dunkin' away from its traditional image. We have to remember Dunkin' dropped the word donuts from its branding way back in 2018.
Right, because the sources show donuts only account for, what, like 8% of total sales now?
Exactly. Their goal is to be a modern beverage and culture brand, competing directly with high-end coffee concepts. The DCU does this way better than any traditional campaign ever could.
And they successfully tied the narrative back to the product. The DunKings menu was released immediately, featuring the DunKings iced coffee.
Which is Ben Affleck's actual ridiculously complicated go-to order.
And the whimsical MUNCHKINS Skewers. It's a perfect feedback loop.
It is. The ad creates the fame creates the limited-time menu items, and the menu items drive traffic.
The 2024 ad price, it's $7 million. Now, sources confirm the DCU is going even bigger, mixing franchises for the ultimate nostalgia-driven Super Bowl.
It's getting wild.
And if you are captivated by these strategic Hollywood maneuvers and how they translate into actual buying behavior, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We've got even crazier stories ahead as this DCU keeps expanding.
The strategic pivot for the future is, it's unbelievable.
Right. The rumored headline for the next era could be, Goodwill Dunkin'. How Affleck is assembling an Avengers-level cast from Friends, Seinfeld, and Cheers.
It's such an aggressive move. It really speaks to the confidence Dunkin has in artists' equity. We've already seen the teaser for Super Bowl LAX.
Where the ad price is estimated to hit $7.3 million.
And that teaser, The Bean Method, debuted during the Grammys.
It's the meta joke escalating again. We see Ben and Casey Affleck back in the tracksuits trying to recruit method actor Jeremy Strong.
And they find Strong submerged in a giant kiddie pool full of coffee grounds, claiming to be using the bean method.
Strong is delivering lines about Paul Revere and the deep Boston connection. Dunkin is Boston. Boston is Paul Revere.
It is ridiculously high concept.
And Casey Affleck, once again playing the cynical brother, lands the perfect punchline by whispering that maybe they should have just paid Matt Damon again.
But that teaser is just the hook for what's rumored to be the main event.
Sources are swirling about a top-secret project, possibly titled Goodwill Dunkin, which is using a massive marketing strategy known as the Nostalgia Cluster.
This is truly unprecedented in scale for a single brand endorsement.
I mean, we are talking about leveraging multiple classic television IPs.
The planned ensemble features a generational mashup designed to hit every single demographic sweet spot. We're talking Jennifer Aniston and Matt LeBlanc from Friends.
Okay, wow.
Jason Alexander from Seinfeld, Ted Danson from Cheers, and Alfonso Ribeiro from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
That's essentially securing the entire history of American sitcoms from the late 80s through the 90s.
And when we talk about a generational mashup, which has been a growing trend since 2020, we're talking about connecting the brand to positive, comforting cultural moments from the past.
To appeal across Gen X, Millennial, and even older Gen Z audiences all at the same time.
The logistics and the cost of securing those 4 major properties and their stars are astronomical.
It guarantees massive pregame press, though. Weeks of water cooler conversation, because everyone has a connection to at least one of those shows.
But, and this is the big question, if they jam that many massive names into a 60-second spot, doesn't that bring us back to the biggest strategic risk in Super Bowl advertising?
Celebrity dilution.
Absolutely. That is the critical balancing act. When the spectacle gets too big, the celebrity power can completely overshadow the product itself.
Which is a frequent failure point for advertisers trying to impress rather than inform.
Dunkin's challenge will be to ensure the core message, the coffee, the menu remains tethered to Affleck's self-deprecating fan persona, which is their brand vehicle.
So the continuity provided by Affleck, Damon, and Brady is crucial then.
It's the anchor.
They serve as the reliable franchise heroes that anchor all the star cameos.
Precisely. And speaking of anchors, keep watching Tom Brady. His continued hilarious involvement is strategic for his own brand, too.
How so?
He's actively pivoting his post-NFL life toward self-aware comedy and entrepreneurship.
So he's using the DCU to launch his new career phase.
He's making himself an incredibly valuable and willing comedic partner for artists' equity.
So it's a symbiotic relationship. Dunkin gets the massive reach and cultural validation. Affleck and Damon's production company gets credibility and profits.
And Tom Brady gets to shed the serious athlete image for the goofy legend brand.
It creates this perpetual anticipation. They are no longer selling coffee.
They're selling episodic content that just happens to remind you to buy coffee.
It really is a new advertising paradigm. They've turned a traditional ad budget into a multi-year content commitment.
And the final genius of this whole thing isn't just the stars they hired, but the company Affleck and Damon built to hire them.
When a celebrity leverages their own authentic love for a product, then uses their own production company to execute the strategy, does that change the entire definition of what an advertisement truly is?
When the fan becomes the factory, you get gold tracksuits and 19-minute sellouts.
That is the question every marketer has to grapple with now.
For sure.
You've been listening to StarScope Report, where Jordan and Jamie uncover the stories shaping Hollywood, music, and pop culture.
Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories that keep the stars shining.